What's one of your favorite features in the Grab app?
Sharing feature. I still use it almost every time I need to share my location with friends or food delivery friends. I just think it's darn cool because it's such a simple thing to build on a relative basis, but yet has so much value.
One that we launched recently that I really loved was live activities. I think that was like so nice when you can see on the home screen of your iPhone, you can see the status of a car that's coming to pick you up or the status of a food delivery, so that you're like in time for the pickup, that you're not like late, and that you meet the driver at the right time without needing to open the app all the time. So that was something that really delighted me.
Unfortunately, I'm on Android, so I didn't get it yet.
We're building that, boss.
How difficult is it to launch features like live activities?
And I think the hardest part was really getting like everybody in the same boat, because it required so many teams. It required our transport teams, our geo teams, our fulfillment teams, our CX team was like owning the consumer experience. So one of the big challenges is really making sure that it fits into all of the team's roadmaps, which are already very packed. But I think like once the team came together, then building it was actually quite quick and quite a good experience. In your memory, what was one of the really difficult things to launch?
The most difficult things to build are the things that you don't see. For an app, the plumbing and the architecture, which is all the allocation systems behind, the machine learning infrastructure, the data warehouses that were very sprawled and not connected before, all the things that we build on top of. Like the foundational layers are the things that oftentimes are most complex and most underappreciated, and which is why I love them the most too.
I think for me, one thing that I was really surprised of as a technologist, if you would have asked me before joining Grab, I would have expected that like the big improvements come from stuff like drone deliveries, autonomous vehicles, and all the fancy tech that we've been all dreaming from in science fiction. But the reality was that often like small but very important things have really like made the lives of our drivers and users so much better. Simple things like for drivers finding the right parking spot at a mall that's at the right side of the merchant. Indoor map, finding the way to the merchant without getting lost, finding the way in the condo, like parking at the right place and getting to the eater, like giving the eater a good notification that the driver is arriving, so he'll be like ready and like allow the driver to come up in the elevator and things like that. So what I've learned and have a lot of respect for, that's really like the addition of like tens or hundreds of small things and how they add up to like a pretty smooth end-to-end operation. As we continue to improve our app and ship features all the time, how do you know what will resonate with our users?
If I told you I knew each time before we shipped it, I would be lying through my teeth. And I don't think anyone truly knows, because no one is representative of everyone. And a lot of times the product development process is a combination of figuring out how best to experiment and pre-test hypotheses, while also developing the muscles to be agile once you actually have something in the wild and you're getting real live feedback from the masses. And I think on all dimensions of this product development roadmap, we've been getting better as a company. And there's probably only one time in Grab's history that I recall that whatever we launch had almost immediate success with very little iteration, which was literally the very first product we launched, because the taxi situation back then was so bad that like anything marginally better was like, oh, God sent to everyone. But more often than not right now, I think the approach that we've been honing and is just knowing that every time we launch, expect to iterate towards perfection. And once we get used to knowing that and building the muscles and capacity to improve V2, V3, V4, V5, that's when magic again happens.
What's a tech game changer you're excited about?
It's going to be difficult if I don't talk about GAI. I think all of us see tremendous potential in this technology. GAI, cool technology, and so many potential applications. So the question is then, with all amazing step change technologies, what do we end up doing with it? And that's the part I am equally excited about, but I will also share equally concerned and frightened about. Because like any tool in life that we develop, it can be a kitchen knife, it can also be an atomic bomb,
a regular tool that we develop, such as atomic bombs.
Right, okay, maybe not regular in large scale. GAI, to me, similarly, like any new tool, will be up to us to figure out how to drive forward. And that's why I'm really, really excited about some of the tracer bullets that we've put in place. I'm extremely excited about the hackathon that's ongoing right now. And I just am looking forward to seeing what you and the team continue to build with it.